A lot of people know that name, the silverback
Mm.
gorilla that was shot and killed after that kid fell into, what was it, Cincinnati Zoo enclosure, and they killed the gorilla, and that sparked a lot of anger. Normally, because a lot of people felt like, hey, this is the parents' fault that this kid fell in, and now this gorilla gets shot and killed because a toy, essentially. I mean, the gorilla, that probably looked like a little toy falling in there. I mean, I get both sides of this. Obviously, being a parent, if my child fell in a cage, I would be like, do whatever you have to do to get my child out. And then I see like the animal rights activists out there saying, you had to find, there should have been a better way. So tell us about this documentary that you're working on.
I'm glad you brought that up, Dax, because I think that became the question that was framed in the press. But the real question should have been, if the only way to stop an endangered animal encounter with the human that's unwanted is to kill the endangered animal, should they be on display to begin with? So that's kind of a question that we are poking into. I was very happy. I actually reunited with an old paparazzi friend, Jeremy Smalls, who became our director of photography, and now he's editing the project, and he's actually jumped in on a few new documentaries. So it's nice because I'm like, I know this guy. We've been in the field together. We didn't know what we were going to get when we shot the Harambee documentary. So he was fantastic. We did a lot of stuff in the field that could get a little dicey, and again, having another paparazzi, I knew he wasn't going to flinch. So it was fantastic to have that. So the Harambee documentary, we got to go meet the guy who took the famous photo that became the famous meme.
Okay.
And this guy's Jeff McCurry. So we went to go find out how the image changed his life, how the incident changed his life, and to try to dig in a little further to understand what we can learn from the Harambee incident, because it was a tragedy no matter what angle you look at it. Nobody won. The family, they suffered a lot from what happened. There was a lot of backlash against them. And what we wanted to do was go in and say, look, this is a tragedy. We're not here to point fingers, but what we want to do is learn what we can to see if there's a way to prevent losing another endangered animal. And, how can zoos and how can other groups that are already out there benefit these animals in the wild? So we're trying to bring Harambee's memory and spirit, which, the word Harambee is a Swahili word, which means united, and to unify and to come together. And he was named from the Rita Marley song. So he has his roots in the concept of unity. So, we really want to try to bring the two sides together, people that love zoos, people that don't like zoos, and bring it to the table on a new form of discussion on how we can all move forward in a better way to save animals that are in captivity and in the wild. So we're real excited about the movie. It'll be coming out this year. So
That's really interesting, and I think what really piques my interest is talking to someone that has taken a photo that has become so viral. But not only that, did you guys at all talk about how this guy's photo is so famous, yet I'm assuming he didn't get paid for a lot of the usage of this? When something becomes viral, it's like everyone starts to use it and no one's paying for it. So I got to imagine there's a frustration level there that you're like, how does everyone know my photo, but I don't have any money?
That's a great point. He never made a penny, from the photo. He was a volunteer for the Cincinnati Zoo, and they said, can we use this, this photo? And he's like, sure, go ahead. And so he never made any money, but he was very proud because he loved Harambee a lot. They had a good relationship. He would go there every day, and he would sit there with him and take photos and video. So it's really cool because we have some unreleased video and photos of Harambee that the public's never seen. But it's interesting because enter 2021 and we have an NFT sales for the first time. And NFT is changing the entire landscape for artists and for digital photographers. So he actually was able to put his Harambee photo up for an NFT sale, of which he gave 10% to the Harambee Foundation to fund anti-poaching programs in Africa. But we were there and we got it on camera and watched how somebody goes through this process of selling an NFT. and this new world of NFTs. So it was like a very poetic justice to
How much
see.
should he sell it for?
I believe it sold for 85,000.
Jeez.
85,000, yeah.
Do
And
people just have like unlimited money? Like, here, I'm gonna pay for something just virtual. It's so crazy. The whole
it,
NFT thing is wild.
I still don't fully understand it myself. I mean, it's a little confusing, and now there's so many NFT sales, and there's only one NFT meme agent, uh, and he happens to be this guy's agent. So this agent sold Grumpy Cat was his first client.
Wow.
And so from there, it's evolved, and now the guy is handling all viral memes and viral photos. So it's a really interesting section of our world, and yeah, I mean, think that somebody would spend 85,000 just to say that they have the rights or they own the original of the thing. It's going to be interesting. To
Wow.
see how that evolves in time.
Fun fact, by the way, Grumpy Cat smelled like urine. Oh, oh my God. I met the cat. I mean, obviously super cute cat, but it was like a dwarf cat, and then it could like barely walk. But then I remember holding it and taking pictures, and like once they took the cat back, I was like, oh my God, I smell like urine. Like, what is happening? And apparently it was just like such a stinky cat. Anyway, that's all. Just
now we know why he was grumpy.
So Eric, where can people keep in touch with you, kind of follow up with your work? Where can they see these projects?
They can go to my website, which is just my name, ericecrown.com. And also, we have different projects. If you want to see Harambee, you can go to harambeemovie.com. And we also have a Facebook group that we've got going. And we have a new project coming up, Cancer Alley, where we're going to go paddleboard 100 miles of the Mississippi as a fundraiser for children with cancer while investigating the environment in that area. So we got all kinds of projects coming up, so yeah. And again, bringing back my paparazzi good friend, Jeremy. So it's nice to have somebody, like I said, somebody else that knows what it's like when you're out in the field.
Yeah, Jeremy's a good guy. Make sure you follow him, Paparazzi Safari. He's a fun, good guy. It's good to see.
Safari, it's great.
Yeah, dude. It's good to see a former paparazzi doing well. I'm proud of you, buddy. Keep doing up the good work. It's cool to see you doing some good things. I appreciate your time. I could talk, I love hearing paparazzi stories. They're just so fun and funny and interesting. I don't know. This is, I have so many of them. So when I talk to other guys, it's good to hear their experiences and share their experiences. So dude, I really appreciate your time, man. Congratulations with everything.
Thanks. Yeah. And thank you guys for having me here. It's fun. This is the first time I've really gotten to even tell these stories. I don't tell them to too many people outside of our world. So it's really fun to get to laugh and kind of go over, like used to be the Wild West. So
yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you, bud.
Thanks, bud.
All right. Good to see you guys.